Hola a todos. My name is Amanda Ritchie. I am an instructor, a Spanish instructor here at CU Denver. I want to talk to you about a study abroad opportunity that we are offering every summer, tentatively going to be the month of June every summer. So I know you're probably thinking, well, I'd love to study abroad, but there's no way I could afford it. Well, the good news is it's through CU. It's 6 credit hours, so it's considered full-time. It'll be on your account just like any other classes would be, so you can use grants, you can use scholarships, any kind of financial aid. We also have special scholarships set up just for study abroad. So for example, the Office of Global Education has a study abroad scholarship, and this summer, over 40% of my students got that scholarship, which is $1,000 towards the program. So there's definitely a lot that you can do financially to make this feasible. Also think of study abroad as an investment in your future. Employers are definitely looking for people, one, that speak Spanish. Over 30% of the people in Denver speak Spanish, and over 17% of people in the United States speak Spanish, and that number is growing. So knowing Spanish would definitely make you an asset in the workplace. Also, living abroad is going to make you more globally competent, cross-culturally aware. You're going to be able to better deal with and better understand clients of different cultures, and employers are really looking for that as well. So it's something to think about. For this program, you get 6 credit hours. And so how those credit hours work, they'll be Spanish credit hours. It just kind of depends on what level you're at. So you have to have at least 1020, which is the second semester. So if you're not in any Spanish class now, you would need to take 1010 and 1020. If you are in a Spanish class now, so say you have finished 1020, when you go to Spain, you'll get credit for 2110, and then 3 credit hours of Spanish 2995. If you finished the 2000 levels and you're in the 3000 levels, you'll get 6 credit hours of Spanish 3995, which will go towards the minor. So regardless of what level you are, as long as you finish 1020, which is the second semester, the classes are going to be either the 2000 or 3000 level, and they're going to go towards that minor or major in Spanish. Also, study abroad will count as the International Perspectives course that you need as well. If you have questions about what level you're at, feel free to reach out to me. You'll be provided with my contact info, so I can help you with what class to take. If you took Spanish in high school or you already speak Spanish, you can take our placement test, and then after that, it'll place you in the correct course, and then you can go from there as far as the next course to take in the sequence. Okay, so a little bit about this program. We're going to study in Valladolid, which is this city right here. It's about 2 hours north of Madrid. You're going to live with a Spanish family, so you're going to have 3 meals a day and live with that family for the 3 weeks that we're in Valladolid. And you're going to go to classes for 4 hours a day at the Centro de Idiomas, the language center, and you're going to be in authentic Spanish classes with Spanish teachers, and you're going to take grammar, conversation, and culture every day. Before going, you'll take a placement test that'll place you in the correct level. That'll be 3 credit hours. The other 3 credit hours is a class you'll take with me. We'll start it a little before going, and it'll be kind of throughout the entire program. And then at the end, after you finish Valladolid, we'll do some more in Madrid. This class is going to be a lot of learning about Spanish culture and reflecting on the differences between American culture and Spanish culture, and also kind of making you become active and immerse yourself in Spanish lifestyle. So for example, an assignment, we'll put you in groups of 4. I'll teach you how to read the train schedule, and then you'll have to go to the train station and then buy tickets to the city called Avila right here. Take a train to Avila, and then while you're in Avila, I'll give you assignments. For example, Avila is surrounded by an old Roman wall, so you have to find on the map where the entrance is, go to the top of the wall, explore it, things like that. Another example of an assignment you'll have is we're going to go for a long weekend to San Sebastian, which is right here. San Sebastian is known for its pinchos. So you'll have to investigate and find the 3 most famous pincho bars, and then you have to go and order a pincho at each place, and then take a picture, blog about it, blog about your experience. So there's going to be the 2 classes. While we're there, we're really going to take advantage of being in Europe and really travel throughout Spain. So just to show you a little bit, we'll be in Valladolid. We'll take a day trip to Salamanca, an evening trip to Avila, an evening trip to Burgos. We'll also take a day trip up to the ocean to Santander, and a long weekend to San Sebastian. While we're in San Sebastian, we will also cross the border since we're so close, and we'll go to France for the day. Then finally, at the end of the trip, after the 3 weeks in Valladolid, as a CU group, we'll go to Madrid for a week, which is right down there. And then in Madrid, we will also take a day trip to Toledo. So this is going to be the 2 classes. While we're there, we're really going to take advantage of being in Europe and really travel throughout Spain. So just to show you a little bit, we'll be in Valladolid. We'll take a day trip to Toledo. Now I'm going to show you some pictures of what it looks like in the different cities that we're going to go see while we're there. Okay, so this is Valladolid. This is what Valladolid looks like. It has 300,000 people, so it's a big city, very easy to get around, lots of things to do, but at the same time, it's not so big and touristy like Madrid, so you're going to be forced to speak Spanish. So when you go to a cafe, you're going to have to order your coffee in Spanish. When you go get your train tickets in the train station, you have to ask the train attendant questions in Spanish. So you really are forced to speak Spanish to communicate. This is the Plaza Mayor. Every city is going to have a Plaza Mayor. This is the one in Valladolid. So this is the Plaza Mayor in the evening. Soccer is really big there. So this was a few years ago when I went with students from the University of Akron, and it was during the Euro Cup. So it was the Euro Cup finals between Spain and Italy, and Spain won. Right when we get there, the culture teacher from the University of Valladolid will take you on a tour of the city. This is one of the buildings from the University of Valladolid. The university is one of the oldest universities in all of Europe. This is a cafe, just to give you an idea of what the cafes look like in the architecture. This is Avila, the city you'll go to in the evening. You get to climb this wall, and this is a view from the top of the wall. And as you can see, the wall goes around the whole city. We'll also go to Salamanca. Salamanca is a university town, so it's very vibrant, full of life. This is the Plaza Mayor, and as you can see, there's all of the cafes and things to do outside. We'll also take a Ruta de Castillos, like a little castle hopping. We'll go to these castles and explore and learn about what they were used for in the medieval times. This is a castle in Peñafiel. We'll go to the top of it. Here's the view from the top, and there's also a winery, which is really neat, and they age the barrels of the wine underneath this mountain in the rocks. So what the trains look like, we'll do lots of train travel while we're there. Another evening trip is to Burgos. So this is the entrance to the city. You got to cross that bridge and enter into the city there. Burgos is famous for its Gothic cathedral. So we'll go into the cathedral and explore it. We'll also go to Segovia for the evening. This has a castle. It's kind of reminds me of something from Disney World. And Segovia has aqueducts. So they were built in the Roman times to bring water into the city, and they're still standing. So it's a very impressive sight to see. And as you can see, the stones are huge. Then this is the castle. So we'll go to the top of that tower there. And this is a view from the top of that tower. We'll go to some gardens. They're called Jardines de San Ildefonso. We'll go there on the way home from Segovia. They were old garden estate from a king and queen. And then this is in the hostels in San Sebastian. So we'll spend a long weekend with our CE group in San Sebastian. And this is a view of what it looks like there. San Sebastian is very green and lush, and it's a fishing village on the ocean up north. Lots of sculptures and architecture everywhere, very artistic. And the beach, which is gorgeous. And then if you can see this mountain there, a little hill, you can go to the top of that. So here's the view of San Sebastian from the top of that mountain. So just some views. And then this is the train station. Hop on a train, 20 minutes later, you're in France. So you're going to stay with host families when you're in Valladolid. Here are some of the students that I had at the University of Akron with their host brothers, and they would go to their soccer games. Here's some other students from the University of Akron with their host family. So this gives you a whole new experience to live with a family, to really get a feel. You're not a tourist. You're not just seeing it from the outside. You're actually living the Spanish lifestyle. At the end of the 3 weeks in Valladolid, we'll have a graduation ceremony. You'll get a diploma. We'll celebrate having finished your classes there. And then we'll go to Madrid. So this is the palace. We'll explore the palace of the king and queen. This is kind of what it looks like in Madrid. Just plenty of outdoor seating, plenty of things to do there. It has a metro system, so it's a really big city. So to get from one point to another, it's very easy to use the metro. This is Gran Via, which is one of the most famous buildings in, or one of the most famous streets in Madrid. Just a little view of what it looks like in Madrid. These are some gardens that you can go explore very close to the hostel that we'll be staying in Madrid. We'll also go to a flamenco show as a group. We'll learn about the flamenco dance, the history behind it, and the meaning behind it, and then we'll go see the show. This is Toledo. So we'll take the high-speed train. It's an AVE. It goes 300 kilometers an hour. We'll get to Toledo in 30 minutes. Toledo is this really neat old city. It's medieval. It's up on a hill surrounded by a river. And to get to the city, you have to cross these Roman bridges. So we will go explore the outside of the city and then cross the bridges and go inside. Lots of winding roads and cobblestone streets, windy streets. And so it's fun to kind of just get lost in the city. At the end, we'll have one last group dinner, celebrate the month we've had together, and then that will be the end. So just some last few words. Study abroad is a great experience. You absolutely won't regret it. I know it is a little expensive, but like I said, you can use financial aid and think of it as an investment in your future. It would really look great on a resume. It's going to put you above someone else when you're applying for a job. Academically, it's going to make you more fluent in Spanish. It's going to make you do better in your classes, have more confidence in your speaking abilities. Professionally, having that experience with speaking Spanish and having the experience living abroad is going to make you more globally aware and more marketable to employers. And then finally, personally, experiencing living in another country is such a great experience. It's eye-opening. It makes you grow as a person, become more independent. And so those are just a few reasons why I think it's wonderful to study abroad if you have the chance. If you have any more questions, my contact information will be on here. Please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, gracias.